What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we're going to be taking apart and cleaning a Smith&Wesson SD40VE. This will also be the same exact process for the SD9VE. Only difference is the barrel size. So let's go ahead and check it and make sure it's safe to work on. So right here, a little button behind the trigger. We're going to press that, and that'll cause the magazine to come out. We don't want any cleaners or solvents on this, so we want to set this far away from our cleaning station until we are finished. Next, you'll see a little lever right here. When you pull and hold the slide back, you push that up and it will lock it into place. So go ahead, pull it back, push the lock lever up, and it holds the slide open. Now you can look down inside the barrel there and see nothing is in there. Now that we know that it's safe to clear, we'll go ahead and release the slide, put it back, and we'll want to go ahead and press the trigger to decock it there. Now you're going to see a little switch here, little tabs that are on both sides. What you're going to do is you're going to pinch them like this and pull them downward while you have the slide back just a little bit, and it's not much, it's just a little. Okay, so pull the slide back, pull down on the two switches, let go of the slide, let go of the switches, and the whole slide comes off. We have the frame to clean. If you depress the spring and rod here towards the end of the barrel, it will come out. If you push the barrel upward, it will slide out, and you've got the slide. These are the pieces we will be cleaning today. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my spray cleaner here and give this a good spray down. I use this in a micro conversion kit, and so you'll want to clean it every time you shoot it with one because it just gets dirty, and as you can see, it's quite the dirty mess here. So we're gonna go through and clean this up real good. Alright, while that's soaking for a moment, and I'm going to kind of drag it out for a minute because this is a really dirty gun, I'm going to explain what tools I've got sitting here. I've got a soft bristle brush. It's got a little detail in on the end of it, so that helps with corners, crevices, and small areas. I've got a harder bristle brush that helps a lot with real stubborn carbon, so it's good to have when you're struggling with some of the parts. Gun cleaner. This is all on preference, and I urge you to try them and find out what you like best. This is what I use, so I'm going to continue using it. We've got a 40 caliber barrel brush. Now if you have the SD9, you'll use the 357 barrel brush. I've got a 40 caliber jag. Again, if you have the 9mm, the SD9VE, you'll use the 9mm or 357 jag, whatever size it actually is. We don't need the bushing wrench, the punch, or the screwdriver with this pistol. I've got some gun oil. We'll use that here shortly. I've got a rag just for gun oil. I've got some patches sitting here. Q-tips do come in handy, and a couple of rags to wipe things down as we go. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with the barrel because this is kind of the only thing that really matters on how you do it. The rest of this stuff, you can just scrub it and get it clean. But with the barrel, you'll take your barrel brush and you'll want to insert it in the chamber side going forward, the direction that a bullet would go. The reason why we don't go in from this side is because we don't want to dip, dent, or chip, there we go, or damage any of this in any way. It'll cause accuracy issues and other problems. So go in from the back. And yes, that means two things. And start pushing it through and scrubbing it out real good. You want to get that feeding ramp real well. And once you feel it kind of smoothing out, not feel it gritty, awesome. Brush flipped off. We'll go ahead and call that scrub down. We'll take our little soft nylon brush here, and we'll go ahead and scrub everything else down just to clean it up and make it look all new again. Don't forget to get the end of the barrel, that gets dirty too. And that has some stubborn carbon on it, so we're going to grab the heavy duty brush. Right, now we'll take our jag and clean out the inside of the barrel. I love these jags because it only takes like 3 wipes instead of using the slotted cleaning rod where you kind of go back and forth a lot. This does it in like 3 wipes. So take your jag, stick it in the center, and push it through. You can see how well that wipes it down. All that black there is what we're trying to get off. These patches will never be completely clean or completely white, but it'll be kind of a gray. But the whole purpose is to get the all the black out of there. Black is never good. So that's swipe 2, quite a bit less. Do this one more time. And look at that. Really no more black on there. I'm going to do that one more time just for good measure. And make sure there's absolutely nothing left inside of here. So yeah, that's pretty clean. Don't see any black. We'll go ahead and wipe the barrel down. The rest of it anyway. Look at that. So much better. We'll set that aside. Let's work on the guide rod and spring here real quick. Just kind of get in between the spring. Brush off what you can. Carbon, dirt, and dust and everything can get anywhere, so we just kind of want to brush down everything and make sure it gets clean. Alright, we'll give this a wipe off. Let's give the slide some attention. Like I said, you just kind of want to go everywhere and get everything you can. Make sure you get in the slide rails real well. You don't want anything to prevent it from cycling. End of the barrel real good. Now, some of you may know that this is a nickel slide. If you use any of the metal or brass brushes, it'll just scratch it up real bad. So that's why I stick with the plastic, the nylon brushes. And just get everywhere you can. Not gonna hurt it. That's looking pretty good. Let's give this a wipe off. The idea is just to get all the carbon off, clean off any dirt or other residue. I'll probably use a Q-tip for that. Probably use a Q-tip for that too. Let's grab a Q-tip here. Kind of get in little smaller areas. Get around the extractor real good. Alright, looking pretty good. Running the slide rails real quick, just to make sure everything's good. And the slide is done. Get the last part done here. Yep, I like to get down here where the mag release is. I just like to get everything clean, make sure everything's clean and functional. Alright, once you got everything cleaned off, wipe it down. And get off any excess solvent on here. We are done with it, so we don't want it on here anymore. Use a Q-tip down that little area, but I can get my finger down the mag well. Right, let's grab a Q-tip here. Just kind of get the little areas that are a little hard to get to with the finger. All right. Time for some lube. So I'm going to go ahead and start, I guess, with the frame. Grab your lube. I just put a little bit on the rag here. And I put it on the rag just to help make it spread around real easy. So what you're looking for is scratch marks, rub marks, anything that could possibly be metal on metal contact, and especially like the slide rails. You want to make sure those get some oil on them. Slides on this, slides on that, just a little bit on there. And I'll put a little dab on the little feeding ramp there just to kind of help it feed ammunition. But the idea is to use as little oil as possible so we can not attract so much dust and dirt. Alright, so same thing again. We're looking for scratch marks, rub marks, anything that looks like metal on metal contact. Pretty much that whole center. There's some barrel rubbage there, a little bit of barrel rubbage there, and a little bit towards the front. You want to make sure you get the slide rails real good. I'm not going to put any on the extractor. We don't want dust and dirt to build up in there. We want that to be able to sling the cartridges out. So you don't want to put any there. Alright, that looks pretty good. The guide rod, I mean, if you really want to try and force some onto the rod, go for it. It ain't going to hurt it. If not, it ain't going to hurt it either. The barrel, yep, we're looking for more scratch marks, rub marks. Now I go over the whole barrel as it is because it's an internal part, and then I kind of look around the chamber here and try and see. There's a little scratch there, a little scratch there, and a little bit of scratch there. So and I also like to put a little dab on the feeding ramp just to help cycle that ammunition in there. And that's it for oiling. So the only thing left to do is to put it back together. So I'm going to start with the slide here, and we will take the barrel, and if you'll notice there's little steps here, little notches, or however you want to look at it. Okay, this is important because you want to know where the bottom step is when putting this back together. So having the steps facing up towards you, slide the barrel in and push it back. It'll seat itself. Now I've got a upgraded guide rod and spring here. The flat end is the side that goes to the back of the barrel. The little looks like a plug and will go inside the little hole just below the barrel there. So stick that in, compress it, and you want to make sure you get down on that bottom step. So it's going to look a little like this. Should be flush and level, you know, even with the slide itself. Okay. Now you'll see that there are two little notches in the back here. Those line up with the front notches for the slide rail on the frame. You just stick it in, slide it down, you'll slide it all the way back and lock it into place. Now we'll do a function check. Looks like it's doing good to me. So what we'll do is our final wipe down. We'll take a clean rag and use this opportunity to wipe off everything you can and polish up anything you want. Now, this is a nickel slide, so any little mark on it's pretty well there, but we can sure try to make it shine up the best we can. Looks like we're pretty well done there. So there you have it. We have just taken apart, cleaned, oiled, and put back together a Smith&Wesson SD40VE. And like I said, this also applies to the SD9VE. Only difference is the barrel size. The barrel will be a 9mm. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll hope we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves your progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you will be able to print your certificate. Then, it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.